Hey there guys, it's ChaosMaelstrom time! Welcome back to more Pokémon SoulSilver! In the last episode, we finally started heading south of Violet City. I think we also actually completed Violet Gym in last episode. Is that correct? Either way, I'd like to point out a few things that have happened in between now and last episode. What I've done is I went and got a brain. Come on, please cooperate with me today. I know it's late, it's after work, but seriously. Okay, I went back to Dark Cave and caught myself a Geodude there for the sole purpose of having a Pokemon that I can teach Rock Smash to. So with that, I'm now able to smash some rocks. I also went back to the Ruins of Alph and smashed a few rocks there, getting some unique items, including shards, which will be useful. We can exchange those to the guy in front of the Pokemon Center in Violet City to get some berry sets, and also an old Amber. Nothing we can do with that yet, but I just want to point out, got a real interesting item there. Speaking of interesting items, I want to talk to this guy. How would you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? 10 million! 1 million. That's still 1 million. Anyway, I don't want to eat the tail of a Slowpoke. That's disgusting. Where's the PETA equivalent to Pokemon to get after this guy? Oh wait, Team Plasma doesn't exist in this generation. Okay. Well, yeah. We've also got a thing out here that we can go ahead and smash. So I'm going to get our Smasher to do just that. And we get a Shell Bell. This is an interesting little item that when you equip it to a Pokemon, every time they deal damage with an attack, they restore a little HP. I'm going to go ahead and put that on Sneck because, well, Sneck is like the tankiest Pokemon that we have right now. So it makes sense to put that on like a tanky Pokemon who's going to be attacking a lot. And now that we've said and done that, it is time to go into my first real Pokemon cave as a child. Union Cave. Or, since I wanted to, as I pronounced it when I was a little dumb 6-year-old who didn't know how to properly read yet, Onion Cave. Bet that's a very smelly cave. Yeah, so there's some new encounters in here. I mean, nothing to shake a stick at or anything, but a few things that might be worth the time. We'll go over that once I have more time to talk about that, probably at the end of an episode or when I have more areas to talk about in bulk. But we got a battle over here, and I definitely want to take the opportunity. Again, I don't know if I've said this out loud, but I like to battle every trainer I see, just because Pokemon with trainers net you more experience. I feel like that's a good enough reason. Oh no, a scary roar. Okay, yeah, roar is a move that forces you to switch your Pokemon out. It's good if you're fighting against a pretty good in competitive sense if you're fighting against a Pokemon that's going to start setting up on you. And by setting up, I mean like boosting its stats in order to hit you real hard. Roar forces them to switch out. Also, they take damage from entry hazards if you have any of those up, but that's a story for another time. Here we go. Flash! It's a terrible move and should never be used in combat. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, as I said before, this was my first real RPG-like game as a kid. So I did a lot of stupid things. I didn't even know about the saving feature. I didn't even know how to do most things in the game. It took me a while before I could figure out you could store your Pokemon in the PC or even how to heal your Pokemon. The first few times I thought the only way you could heal your Pokemon was to go and exchange them for new Pokemon up in the trading center in the Pokemon Center, which hasn't been unlocked yet, mind you. Yeah, I was pretty dumb as a kid. Speaking of dumb, we got the move for Rock Tomb here, which is kind of dumb, but not really. It's a physical Rock-type move that hurls the boulders at your opponent and basically causes them to lower their speed. Not too powerful, but not bad. I don't believe its accuracy is the best, though, but all in all, it's not a bad move. You know what also wouldn't be a bad move? Actually using one of these for once, because I'm sick and tired of all these freaking Rattatas and Geodudes popping up every 5 seconds. I should have done this a long time ago to be sure, but now we can finally progress onward without the need of wild Pokemon jumping us every 5 seconds. Alright. Doesn't that feel so much better? It does if you ask me. Okay, an Onix. Onix kind of sucks as a Pokemon, but, I mean, if you have any idea of what to do to fight against it, you will have no problem. All it really has is decent defense and speed, not really a whole lot in the way of attacking. And in the ways of defense, well, you're gonna see right now why Onix isn't exactly the best. This is before the Generation 5 power-up of the Sturdy ability, which Onix might have, which negates one-hit KO attacks. Of course, that only works for moves that have the effect of one-hit KOing, which isn't very helpful. It doesn't leave you with 1 HP remaining if you get attacked at max HP, like it does in further generations. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, honestly, Lil Rule's probably going to be more helpful coming up because, well, you're going to see we're going to run into a lot of rock types. I believe this guy has 3 Geodudes. If I know that off the top of my head just from nostalgia, oh dear. That is very sad. Okay. Lil Rule wants to learn the move Bite. I want to go ahead and forget a move. We're going to go ahead and get rid of Scratch since that has no secondary effect. Bite is a physical Dark-type move, which will, basically, it also has a chance to make opponents flinch. So yeah, good thing Lil Rule learned that. However, special-type moves are the way to go against physical tanks like Geodude. You know what, that would have... Yeah, that counts. That was our first pointless critical. Alright, Future Sean, hope you're keeping track. That definitely would have killed that Geodude in 1 hit. It was a 4 times weakness with a special attack. It was definitely going down. Alright, let's see here. We got another fire breather. I want to say you have a coughing, if I recall correctly. Sure, we'll switch into Sneck. Show off that Shell Bell and see how that works. Zubat Supersonic keeps confusing my Pokemon. I'm seriously upset about that. Dude, you should have bought some Repel. That's what I did, and I no longer have to deal with that shit. Huh. It just occurred to me, I am fighting a coughing with Ekans. We're having Team Rocket's first Pokemon duo infighting here. That's really funny now that I think about it. Since this coughing is doing shit all damage to us, we can just fight it and keep damaging it without worry, because we're just going to heal off any damage it does do with our Shell Bell. I mean, look. That's so far the most damage it's done in a single attack. We are sitting pretty here. Yeah, that battle was just more the same. Oh, hello there, Wade. You got any more berries for me? Wow, that was quick. Okay, we just picked up berries from him, so that's interesting. I don't feel like walking all the way back there right now. We're just going to forget about him for now. Oh yeah, this was before Gen 5 where you could just use another one be prompted to use another one after your current repel wears out. That's unfortunate, but we're okay for right now. I roam far and wide in search of Pokemon. Are you looking for Pokemon too? Then you're my collecting rival! Look at me! I am a super nerd! Oh wait, no, you're not a super nerd, you're a Pokemaniac. There's a difference in between the two classes. Also, we have a level 11 Slowpoke here. I don't think we need to be too worried about this because we can make it bite we can make it flinch with our bite, and in case it isn't obvious, we're always going to be outspeeding this Pokemon. Slowpoke is pretty tanky though, so there's that to deal with, but with our Shell Bell, we're going to easily outtake this thing. This might not shoot it down, but nope, just barely hanging on. It hung on by the skin of its teeth. Oh sure, lower my attack all you want. Guess what? It's not going to help you if you're dead. And Sneck's even back at full health. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, Sneck grows to level 12 and wants to learn Glare! I will gladly take that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Leer. If we want softening up over time, we got Poison and Wrap for that. Glare is not going to be too helpful. Glare is a status move that if it hits, it will paralyze the opposing Pokemon. Paralysis is a nasty, nasty, nasty ass stat. Well, ailment. It cuts the opposing Pokemon's speed, so you're basically always going to move first, and it has a chance of making it so they can't move at all that turn. Very nasty stat. And that's why I like it when I'm able to hit other opposing Pokemon with it. I don't like it when it's used on me. Alright, and we're already at the end of the cave here, but I think there is a bit more if we backtrack a little, which I'm going to do because I want to go and see what's over here. Nothing I can get that way. Okay. I think the layout for Onion Cave, or in this case, excuse me, Union Cave. I said it that way on purpose. I did not say it that way because it was a childish habit of mine. I think it was a little different in the original Gold Silver Crystal. I remember I want to say the Pokemaniac being up on a ledge or something, and I remember there being a ladder down that you could access your first visit. There's more that we can find here once we gain the ability to cross water, but for now, we're getting as far as we possibly can in there. Welcome to Route 33, where it's going to rain forever. It will always be raining here. There might be some new Pokemon on this route, I don't know, but we'll go over those encounters if we need to when it becomes relevant and I have Pokemon encounters to talk about. Got more apricorns here. We're actually going to be seeing what those are used. Well, one of the things those are used for soon. Alright, this guy. I definitely want to get into a battle with this guy. And also, I'm going to switch back to Little Rule because it's raining right now. Water-type moves get powered up in the rain, and Fire-type moves get powered down. There are ways to trigger weather effects with moves and Pokemon abilities, as we'll probably get to see later. But for now, I'll just show you how it's used outright. This Geodude's already pretty bulky, but with the power of the rain on our side, there's no way it's going to be able to stand up to this water gun. See? Easy as pie. And Lil Roll even levels up again. Awesome! Gonna be hitting that magic level before we know it. Then again, it's gonna be a while before you hit the magic level that I want. Okay, for a Machop, it's gonna be different though. Machop is a fighting type Pokemon, and it doesn't have the same weakness to water as Geodude. Let's just see if the rain boosting our attack is gonna be enough. Nope, not quite. However, it wasted its turn by going for Leer, and it's not exactly the fastest Pokemon, so We got this in the bag. Whoa, you've gotten more zip than me. Well, yeah, you don't look like a fella who has a lot of zip I mean, no offense, buddy. By the way, I'm a hiker, so I often go to mountains and caves. I don't usually go to the town. I bet you go on all kinds of towns that you're dirty, don't you? Bleh, excuse me. Sorry, the rain is messing with my mouth. You know, if we trade phone numbers, then we can exchange all kinds of information. Something I'd like to point out, in the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal versions, you could also do this with other trainers. However, you could only register a certain number of trainers before you couldn't register anymore because for whatever goddamn reason, your phone had a memory problem and could only store certain amounts of people. Luckily, we don't have that problem in this game, so that's good. Who are you? You don't know us? We are Team Rocket! What? We broke up a while ago. Give me a break! We have not broken up! Actually, we did once, but we came back to pursue Giovanni's ambition. Enough talking. Shut up and just beat it. Thud! I know I said that out loud, but it was supposed to be an onomatopoeia for me hitting the guy, but whatever. The Slowpoke Well, also known as the Rainmaker Well. Locals believe that a Slowpoke's yawn summons the rain. Records show that the Slowpoke's yawn ended the drought 400 years ago. You know, that made me think of a lot of similarities between Slowpoke and Kobo, my Oshi. I can never get through an episode without mentioning Hololive at least once, can I? Nothing is going on. It's unsafe to go in there, so I'm standing guard to make sure people don't wander in. Am I not a good Samaritan? You sure are. Keep that spiffy outfit on, you good Samaritan, you. Yeah, they're up to no good. Okay. But here we are in the second town with the next gym. I want to go ahead and heal my Pokemon because we did just go through a big-ass cave. Now, I don't know if this is going to work exactly the way as I planned, but I want to try going forward just a little more because there's a Pokemon in an area up ahead that I really, really want. There's only one problem, which I don't know if it's going to be a problem yet. But we're going to be seeing if it's a problem soon enough. I'm just going to... Actually, you know what? No, we'll wait until after the episode is over if we need to save. Because if I try to leave town, nothing happens. Well, that's good. Welcome to the Ilex Forest. Now, oh wait. It's probably not even the right time for this. I was looking at this today. The Pokemon I'm looking for doesn't show up until at least another 30 minutes after when it's classified as being dark. Huh. Well, shoot. I guess we'll come back to this in just a smidge. But for now, I guess we'll explore the rest of Azalea Town and see what's up. Cut through Azalea and you'll be in Ilex Forest. But these skinny trees make it impossible to get through. The Charcoal Man's Pokemon can cut down trees. Sure, that's wonderful. And here, we have another apricorn. All sorts of apricorns of various colors. What are they for? Well, I know somebody who knows what they're for, and he lives in this house. Let me introduce you to one of the most beloved and also despised NPCs of Johto. For various reasons. Who are you? Shauna, eh? You want me to make you some balls? Well, I mean, in this form that I'm taking in-game, it is a little bit different than I'm used to, and it does feel weird when I walk from now on, but I don't need balls back that... Oh, wait, you're talking about Pokeballs. Okay, right. Sorry, but that'll have to wait. Do you know Team Rocket? Don't worry, I'll tell you anyhow. Team Rocket's an evil gang that uses Pokemon for their dirty work. They're supposed to have disbanded 3 years ago. Anyway, they're at the well cutting off Slowpoke tails for sale. So I'm going to give them a lesson in pain! Hang on, Slowpoke! Old Kurt is on his way! Grandpa's gone. I'm so lonely. Hero of the day, everybody. Grandpa going out to yell at the mafia and leaving his granddaughter all at home alone. Well, now that we're all together here, you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to cut in front of you and listen to the radio. Oh, great, it's Professor Oak. Just when we thought we didn't have enough of him. Oh, wait, no, we don't get to hear him. Fine, whatever. I didn't want to hear what he had to say anyway. Baka. All right. But in all seriousness, that was the trigger that we needed to progress the story. We can't even go to the gym yet because this guy's standing in the way. Do you know about Slowpoke Tail? I heard it's tasty. Aren't you glad I told you that? No, I kind of wish you'd get out of the way of the gym, but whatever. What do you got to say, lady? Did you come to get Kurt to make you some Pokeballs? A lot of people do just that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, is it happening again? Do you remember my super cool Rattata? My Rattata is different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I would make a bigger deal out of that, except he also called me off screen while I was doing the things I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. And said the exact same thing. Okay, we're gonna... So, along with the pointless critical counter, we're going to need a Joey talks about his Rattata counter as well, future Sean. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one thing youngster Joey is famously known for, is calling to tell you about his top percentage Rattata. It's a very popular Pokemon meme. All the Slowpoke have disappeared from the town. The Forest Protector may be angry with us. It may be a bad omen. We should stay in. Where have all the Slowpoke gone? Are they out playing somewhere? No! Team Rocket is cutting off their tails in the well. Have you not been paying attention for the past 10 minutes of the episode or so? The Slowpoke have disappeared from town. I heard their tails are being sold somewhere. We have this tough guy called Kurt in this town. He should be able to take care of it. I saw him running past me screaming about Slowpoke and Team Rocket and Lessons in Pain a minute ago. He seemed real angry. Do you know what an apricorn is? You crack it open to discard the core and put it in this special machine. Then you catch Pokemon. Before Pokeballs became available, everybody used apricorns to catch Pokemon. That's right, Kurt makes traditional Pokeballs out of apricorns. We'll be getting to utilizing him in a bit after this whole ordeal is done with. When a Pokemon faints, it just means it doesn't have the power to battle, but can still use hidden moves outside of battle. Thank God for it being able to do that. Bill's PC can store up to 30 Pokemon per box. What's Bill's PC? All I know is someone's PC. I don't know about this Bill's PC. Shut up and stop spoiling things for later in the road. We're not supposed to know who made Bill's PC. It's a big surprise reveal that's gonna happen later. Who could possibly be storing the PC? I love it how ProZD did a whole sketch about that. Just, why do Pokemon games do this? I thought the same thing too for a while. Then I stopped caring. Alright, speaking of not caring, you know what? Before we go into the Slowpoke, well, it's, yeah, with the things I cut out, it might have been around 20 minutes or so. We're gonna go ahead and pause right here. And next time, when 8 o'clock rolls around, I will see you guys here in 25 minutes my time, probably another day or 2 days for you, I don't know. And I'm going to meet you in Ilex Forest where we're going to catch a Pokemon that I really want to catch. See you guys next time. Laters!